creating space in the lower back with a stretch to the QL or quadratus lumborum muscle. Let's start with a standing variation. Okay, so you're going to stand about a foot from a wall so that you can place one hand on the wall. Now, the leg furthest from the wall, you're going to place behind the opposite leg. And then you're going to reach with that arm of the same side. So here we're trying to create more space between ribs and pelvis. Keep the tailbone soft and breathe. As you exhale, try to reach further towards the wall and also explore movement. How does the stretch feel as you come forward or backwards? So here, looking in profile, so here that left leg behind right, left arm reaching, pushing the hip away. So creating space between ribs and lower spine. Now, remember to do this stretch on both sides. Again, I recommend you do it with the opposite hand against a wall to help keep you steady, but you can get a better visual here of what we're trying to achieve. Hold the stretch for around 30 seconds. Now, if that's too difficult or you've got issues with balance, try this kneeling version. So here I'm kneeling. I'm going to open one leg to the side. And as you can see here, I'm pushing my pelvis away from the outstretched leg and my arm reaching over towards it. So again, think about creating space between ribs and pelvis. And play with the arm position. Come forward, come slightly backwards. Where do you feel more of a stretch? We're not looking for where you feel pain, we're looking for where you feel tight, where you feel a stretch. And this should feel good. And you're just going to breathe slowly and calmly for around 30 seconds on each side. So again here I'm doing the opposite side, so bringing opposite leg over. My intention is to push the pelvis away from that outstretched leg, and with my arm finding where I'm tightest in those lumbar muscles that attach between ribs, spine and pelvis. Inhaling, and as you exhale and you feel a release, going a little bit further and a little bit deeper into the stretch. So to summarize, in standing to stretch the quadratus lumborum, place one foot around the back behind the other foot. Lift the same side arm up and then over your head. Create space between ribs and pelvis. Push that same side hip away to increase the stretch and hold for 15 to 30 seconds in a pain-free range. Explore, find where you're most restricted, find where you need that stretch. And then repeat on the opposite side. Perform this stretch daily until you feel an improvement in the mobility in your lower back. And then you can move it to be part of your post-exercise routine or 2 to 3 times a week to help keep you mobile. Now, if the kneeling version is more up your street, it's the same principle, except we're going to kneel on one leg and then stretch the opposite leg out straight. Make sure you are stable and balanced if you are doing this version. Again, lift the arm up and then over your head on the side that you're kneeling. And then push that side of the hip away from the outstretched arm. Just think, create space between ribs, spine and hip. And hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Enjoy!